I'm Chef Jordan, AKA the Beef Queen, and this is how you cook the perfect tomahawk. Before we get to making the perfect steak, we are going to go over a couple things that are going with this dish. So the first thing we are going to make is our pickled red onions. So we are going to get a red onion and we are going to remove the skin from the outside. We are going to slice it in half and do nice, not too thin slices. Get this onion nicely sliced, and we are going to put our onions in this bowl. When making pickled red onions, I like to use a little bit of vinegar. It could be red vinegar, white vinegar with a little bit of water, some sugar, salt, and some peppercorns. So we are going to bring our vinegar and water mixture to a boil. And then while that is also going, we have our potatoes going as well. So once our potatoes are fully cooked and fork tender, we are going to get them on our cutting board. And these are smashed potatoes. So we are literally gonna smash them with the palm of your hand so they're nice and flat. The trick is you want them to be nice and fork tender. You can let them cool, you can let them not cool. Smash them with your hand. It's a lot of fun to get them all nice and smashed. These will then be tossed in some beef tallow. It's one of my favorite ingredients. It is actually rendered beef fat. So all of the trim that we get from our scrap, we put in a pot and we render it out. I literally use beef tallow in everything. You let it cook down all day and it's like you're cooking in the beef fat. I put it in desserts, I put it in steaks. It add another richness flavor to our dish. So those are gonna cook as well. We want it to get nice and crispy. Our vinegar and water and salt and sugar is coming to a boil. So we're gonna turn the heat off and we are going to add it to our onions. You want the onions to be fully submerged. When you're pickling red onions, what's unique about them is they keep that nice, bright, pinkish red color, and they're pretty, and they make your dishes pop. So we'll let those come to room temperature before we put them in your refrigerator or your cooler. Next, we are going to get our steak started. So this tomahawk is a 30-ounce bone-in tomahawk. We are going to have our ancho rub on it. So it's a little bit of ancho, salt, and pepper. I like to tap it in to make sure that it is covered in our seasoning. When we're talking about steaks, I like to cook my steak to a nice medium rare. I am a little bit convinced that when you're eating a tomahawk or a ribeye, eating it a little bit more medium is where it should be. That's your little sweet spot. It kind of breaks down that fat in the spinalis. So we are going to add our beef tallow to our pan. Now, this is gonna be a little tricky just because we have such a big steak and a little pan, but we are going to make it work. So I like to start, we'll put it in. When we're cooking a medium rare steak, it's usually 3 to 4 minutes per side, but because this one's a little bit thicker, it'll probably stay on a little bit like 5 to 6 minutes. We'll let it cook. We're letting our potatoes get crispy. Another part of this dish as well is we are going to make a agave mezcal glaze for our steak. The mezcal adds a smokiness to our dish that really helps balance out the flavor of the tomahawk. It's almost like we're making a caramel for our steak. With these potatoes, we want them to get crispy. Like I said, this is a little bit different because normally we would do it on a grill or a broiler, but we have a little saute pan, so we're gonna have fun cooking this one. I'm going to try to get all sides of this in this pan because we want to get a nice crust on this steak. I'm gonna put these potatoes in the oven so they get nice and crispy. And now in this pan that's been heated up, we're gonna add this is a blend of agave and tequila. This is going to cook down and be the topping to our tomahawk. We are going to, oh, scare me. The reason why our caramel is starting to light is it's the tequila, the mezcal in it. So it's burning out the alcohol flavor. So it will calm down. We're gonna turn the heat down a little bit. We are going to get our tomahawk and finish it in the oven. So it cooks nice and evenly just because our pan is small. So this will stay in there for about 10 minutes. Our potatoes are nice and crispy, really crispy. And we're gonna let our sauce finish reducing. This will take about 5 to 6 minutes once it brings to a boil. We want it to be thick, almost like the consistency of caramel, and it will coat the back of your spoon. So that's a great way to check to see if your sauce is ready. You'll dip your spoon in there, and if it coats the back, it is ready. All right, so we are going to start to plate our tomahawk. So we are going to get our tomahawk. We are going to add our potatoes. So we're gonna put these bad boys behind it. We're going to add our onions in the corner over here as well. So we got some pickled red onions. All right, so then we are going to pour our mezcal glaze over top. So we are gonna torch it, really melt that mezcal glaze over top. Oh, I turned it off. Oh. All right, so we are going to slice our tomahawk. So we're going to cut it off the bone. We have a beautiful medium rare right here. And then we are going to slice. I like to do thin slices on a bias, so we have nice shareable amount for the whole table. When we plate, we are going to, ooh, not drop it. We're going to place it on our board and a little bit of microgreens over top. And that is our adobo crusted tomahawk. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe and like button. If you want to check out this steak in person, come see us at Origen in Dunedin, Florida.